Okay, welcome to our first show of Premier Zendikar Rising Draft. This is a more aggressive format than I'm used to, so I don't expect this to go well. I haven't had a lot of success with these yet, but I wanted to draft, so I figured I should record it for everyone. We'll see what we can make. Hopefully heavy on removal. Ooh, I do like Glacial Grasp, though. I made a couple really strong mill decks. Relic Robber. Is that an acceptable card? Is Relic Robber good? I like it in constructed because it can follow up a board wipe pretty easily. I'm not above taking a bad card. Let's go for it. Although I think it's really going to depend on what colors are open. This could easily be something that we switch out of. I feel like the first 4 or 5 picks of a given pack are not too early to change your mind dramatically, because there's a lot of strong cards that you can get past. Especially if a particular color is open, you can get the lands pretty easily. So far from what I've seen, at least. I like Inscription of Insight. I like it particularly well with Relic Robber as well. And it was passed, so either someone doesn't want to play blue or... Yeah, I mean... I'm going to take it. Could have tried to do some more forensics on that pack to see what colors I might be shifting people into. Should have taken a closer look. Eight's quite a bit for this format, but there's potential to pick up some kicker reduction costs, or that wizard that taps to reduce the cost of your next spell. But I think for 4, this is fine too. If you have the time to cast something for 4, you can draw 2 cards. If you don't have time, you can bounce 2 of their things to make time. Alright, so not much blue in this pack. I think Mind's Drain's quite a good card for this format. Subtle Strike is actually really good too. Horn Beetle is pretty crazy. Not crazy about these red cards. Turn Timber Aesthetic's pretty crazy. Alright, we might let's consider green rather than Relic Robber. Let's see if we get past any more obviously strong stuff. If there's more of that. I mean, Root Grazer's also pretty insane. I don't like the implication of going into white at this point, but I'm not keen on these blue cards either. We might get payoff for that down the road, though. I like wizards. I think, actually, I overlook this card a lot. This is actually a really good card. I always forget that it's just a 3/2 flyer by itself, and if you have other wizards, it cantrips when it dies. Yes. So we're looking for wizards and kicker stuff. And counters, if we can find, like, Dauntless Survivors. There's a wizard. Here's also a wizard. And here's a cleric that I really like. We're not seeing good red, so I think we're right to get out of that. No green in this pack either, but beyond the Dreadworm, I'm not really focused on a lot of this. White looks open. That Kabira takedown's quite good, but I'm not going to try it at this point. So it's either Pack Beast or Falconer. There's not a lot of party mechanics in blue. I'm going to take the Pack Beast, though. We might get that strength and solidarity. Puts counters on equal number of creatures in your party, and that's just more insects, too. Plus, it works with our Diviner. It's a wizard, so all the wizard stuff that we get, it's a cheap wizard, is good. Yeah, like this wizard thing. Specifically what I was hoping to get. Gnarled Colony is also good for us. This Coveted Prize is actually really good, too. Oh, maybe it's not that good. Seems okay. So Pack Beast seems good. There's a lot of good picks here. I like a lot of these. Black apparently was open. Deadly Alliance is one of the strongest cards in the set. Or for limited. Take the Chilling Trap. I like Chilling Trap. Buys us a lot of time. Here's a green wizard. I don't think it's what I want, though. Bubble Snare is what I want. That is such cheap removal. It's hard to beat that price. Plus, it's got Kicker if we end up getting Roost of Drakes. Or that Vine Gecko Kicker payoff. No green. Green got cut pretty hard. It was not as open as we thought. Maybe I should be switching into white. Something to consider. Here's Wizards. Don't really like Field Research, but it is Kicker. Might be something there. There's the Strength of Solidarity. This is a great card. I'm gonna stick to it. I think we can make green blue work. More Wizards or Kicker. I'm gonna take the Kicker. Don't think I'm gonna run Negate. Maybe I should. There's a lot of removal that it hits. I still need to pick up some wizards. I need to take Pack Beasts pretty aggressively. I'm not sure how highly people are taking this Chilling Trap. Maybe I should have taken the Pack Beast in its place and tried to wield the Chilling Trap. But I think the Trap is a solid card. So, Cleansing Wildfire. All right, we got a Scoot Swarm. I think that's probably the pick. Don't see anything else particularly nutty in here. This card's tearing up Standard right now, apparently. Alright, so we got the Ascetic. Celindy Vision's not bad. Squid's okay. I think I like this Troll Ascetic, though. Gaining the 3 life and being a 5/4 is just... It's big, and it keeps you alive to the point where it's relevant. I like it a lot. And it's a Cleric for our party. So we got Deliberate, Amulet, Stomper. I think Broken Wings is our play here, though. It is frequently removal, and there are some game-ending enchantments that show up, too. Plus, hitting some equipment is nice. Sometimes someone just pulls out a Maul of the Skyclave, and you're like, well, that seems good. I'll just sit here and lose. So this is going to be the round to pick up our good green, because it got cut pretty hard going to our left, so they should all be passing it to me. The people to our right, I think, are playing green, so we're not going to see much of it, the pack 3. Alright, Brightblade or Snarecaster, or we could pick up a Cleric, or another Chilling Trap. I actually want a Wizard. It's not an option. We don't have any rogues yet. I'll take the Brightblade. When it blocks, they don't untap ever. We're not seeing any of that green I was just talking about. Maybe I don't understand how drafts work. Brute, Bubble Snare, and I think Bubble Snare is the pick here. We've got 3 Bubble Snares, so as long as we don't die, we can keep them tapped down. And if I find a Roost of Drakes, this deck will be pretty nutty. kind of all over the place right now, though. Roiling Regrowth or Ascetic. Or Chilling Trap or Glacial Grasp. I actually like Glacial Grasp a lot. Alright, we got another wizard. 2 diviners. Here's the wizard I wish I had. If I were in green still, or in red instead of green, it's not too late to switch, I guess. We've got quite a bit in green, though. I don't think switching would be appropriate. Snarecaster or Deliberate? I think the Snarecaster gives us some more rogue and defense. This deck is looking to be pretty slow. Don't really have a lot of landfall effects. But it is a big creature. We're gonna have a serious pack 3, I think, to make this work. Another Chilling Trap. Got a lot of card draw now. Okay, so we got Mill. We have a wizard. We have another wizard. Dauntless Survivor does the counters deal. I mean, we do need wizards. I don't want this wizard. Seagate Colossus is probably not a bad choice for us either. But alright, now we got a trio of wizards up here. Seems okay, as long as we're not dying. So I need to find some... I mean, this is good removal. Like, I feel like we have the card advantage and survival now, don't we? Takes artifacts. So this could be equipment that I could steal, or Rooster Drakes. We're taking the Rooster Drakes 90%. I feel bad passing this Skydiver because he is a sweet, sweet card. But we've got a lot of kicker in the deck right now. We've got 3 Bubble Snares, Might of Mirasa, Field Research, and I'm not sure I'm including Field Research. I'm not sure I'm ever going to kick that, but just the 3 Bubble Snares, making Drakes with it, it's going to be a lot of value. Alright, so now we got another wizard. Lets us loot more Bubble Snare. You know, I don't believe there is too much Bubble Snare. I don't believe that that is a real thing. I don't think that's a true fact. Concerted Defense would be a reasonable card for us, but I think I'm going to take this Ballad Ged Recovery or Into the Royal. Into the Royal is good for aggressive decks, and we don't really have that, but it is kicker and buys us time. And time is something that we really, really could use here. Maybe we'll get a Vine Gecko. I would love to get a Vine Gecko here. Might have Mirasa. I don't think I want another one. Another Into the Royal or a Wizard. It's the same choice as last pack. Sure. Sure. We'll just kick her all day. All day, every day. We're gonna have to start cutting some things. What things don't I want? That Risen Riptide actually might be good. I've always passed on this Riptide, but kicking their blocker with Into the Royal and then attacking for 5 seems reasonable. seems enough to scare someone. And in the meantime, it is a blocker, and we're slow, so... Is this a wizard? It is a wizard. This is also a wizard, though. I don't know if I'm going to play him, but it is a wizard for us. Diviner? I don't know what's going on with this. The Horn Beetle, I think, is not great. We don't have the combos. I don't think I'm playing the Cleric either. Gotta cut some stuff. I've got too many wizards. Who would have figured? I don't want field research. We're slow enough as it is. Take out this strength stuff. You know, Nectar Pot might not be bad. I don't think so, though. I don't think on this Pack Beast either, now that we're taking out the adventure, or the party mechanics. He is a wizard, but I've got other wizards. Namely, 4 Expedition Divers. They're all wizards. I think the Shell Shield is quite good now that I have a Roost of Drakes. So we will take out... What are we cutting? Glacial Grasp? It cantrips. I like it. Take out the Snarecaster. Don't think I need those supplies. So I've got to cut one thing, basically. I didn't get any lands for this deck. I'm a bad drafter. Let's see, what do I want to cut? Maybe a Chilling Trap. And I do have the wizards for it. That's the least important to my deck, though. That's basically a cantrip, like an opt sort of thing. It's either that or the Nectar Pot. Nectar Pot or the Cleric of Chill Depths. Nectar Pot gains me life. I'll be happy with this. Alright, that's an interesting draft. I'm not sure what I think about this, but I have a lot of flyers, and I have a lot of kicker. And at some point, I may kick some spells, and it should be good. It's just a matter of staying alive until I have, like, 9 lands. So maybe I shouldn't have taken out that Snarecaster. Yeah, this looks good to me. I'm blue. Reclaim the Waste, he's gonna go get a land. Let's see what color he wants. Blue-black. There are not many decks that don't play black, as my experience. It's got a lot of good removal in it. Vanquish, the Bloodchief's Thirst. There's the rare land, Hagra Mauling. The party one. Our opponent is filtering into land. Cool. He gets a forest. Alright, we're gonna play... I'm just gonna play a 3-2. He'll have to play a thing or start taking 3 to the face. Maybe he'll use removal on it. I would like him to, so that my Scoot Swarm can grow to be great sizes. Okay, Right Blade, it's fine. Won't be attacking. I'll play the Diviner. If he wants to kill the Diviner, I get a card. Unless he kills the Geyser Mage first and then does the Diviner or something, some nonsense. There are flash blockers for this Diviner, though. Being a 3-2 flyer is pretty precarious. I'm not playing the Scoot Swarm yet because I don't want it to get killed before I can trigger its landfall. Looks like he's going to throw some removal out. Vanquish. Alright, give me that card. This is going very nicely for me. It's a land. Brilliant. He looks content to take his time, though. Oh, we're both gonna sack a creature. Alright. He keeps his rogue. Interesting. Kite sail. Perfect. We're gonna get 2 scoots. And then 4 scoots. It's a scoot mob. Alright, Subtle Strike does kill one of these. He might just double removal. Oh, not with that mana. Shadow's Verdict is what he needs now. So I've got 4 scoots. No attacks. We'll play it safe. I don't want to lose any of these precious bugs. Dauntless Survivor, cool. What's the counter on the Bright Blade? Oh, the Monk. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just gonna Bubble Snare that. No, maybe not. No, this would be better to Might of Murasa now, wouldn't it? I can't kick it, so I'll go up to, what, a 6/5. If he Subtle Strikes me, this will be 4 damage, and I'll be 4 and die. I think that's okay. I'll do it. Let's see if you got a Subtle Strike. Okay. I don't die, so that's... He gets a Muck Lord. Maybe he's got his own Might of Murasa. Nope. It's a good card, though. That, Alright, so... I think I just tap down his Dauntless Survivor and swing. He'll take the trade up here, obviously, and I get a lot of damage in. Next turn I make even more scoots. Actually. I was thinking these all were attacking. That's not... I don't want to do that. He obviously doesn't want to trade his rogue because it's keeping back my Diviner. Goes for some kicker landfall, gets a bunch of lands. He's going to have some sort of payoff for these lands. I guess a 6-drop next turn could be a good payoff, depending on what he's got. Or land. That's a lot of scoot. Yeah. Yep. Turns out land is enough to win if you got a scoot mob. Well, we're a bit land flooded there. The deck wasn't quite working as well as I would have liked, except for the Scoot mob, which just got carried away, of course. If we didn't have the Scoot mob, though, if he had found a way to deal with it, we would have just been flooded out, and it would not have been good. However, we had a lot of lands, and our deck has a lot of top end, so it's entirely possible that we could have recovered with some good top deck. Alright, so I've got 2 land and I'm going first. I don't like this. Okay. Yeah, I like this actually. Let's put the Geyser Mage down. I'm going to try and kick this Rooster Drakes for the 2/2 Drake. Yeah, sweet. We get to live. And the Glacial Grasp keeps any sort of nonsense coming at us from being too powerful. That. So I could Grasp right now. I think I'm just going to take the beats. He might... Yeah, he didn't pump. Okay. Home Chronicler. Royal Mage gets to get his kicked spells back, so I don't know what he's kicking yet, but... Go ahead and just kick this while he's tapped out. No attacks. If he swings with the Ambusher, I will just double block it. I'll lose the Drake to his pump, but I think that's fine. He loses tempo, and the Ambusher is a big problem anyways. He might have Inordinate Rage, I guess. That only gives you +1, though. I think it's +3, +1. So that should be fine. I'll do it. Don't think I won't. Let's see what happens. Could be like a shock. I don't think there's a 1-mana shock here. He could do the peak. I chose to kill my life gain. How rude. We got a bunch of land and not much going on. He's not going to attack with a Korahom Chronicler. Oh, he will. Alright, let's see your combat trick. No combat trick. He just doesn't like me having a flyer. Doesn't have kicker. He's not going to recur it with Royal Mage. Alright, maybe we'll top deck a Scoot Swarm. This goes for field research so he can draw it with... Okay, things are going slow enough that's going to work well for him. Don't like him getting a card. Light Blade. Yeah, I'll play one more land. I'm going to start saving these for Scoot Swarm. I think that might be my only landfall. Maybe I don't need to save them. Still, if I top deck a Scoot Swarm, I'd like to have a land to automatically start with. Okay. Ooh, Relic Robber. Let's go ahead and tap that, and hopefully I draw something really nice. Riptide. Okay, it's okay. Did I put too many lands in this deck? I may have. Seen, what, 4 spells so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 13 cards. Okay. I'm sure my top decks will be great for the rest of the game. Royal Mage, he's gonna get back Rooster Drakes, I would assume. Oh, instant or sorcery, not kicked. Okay. Field research. Sure. I mean, you can swing with the warrior if you want, but it's not going to do anything. Alrighty. I need something. Bubble Snare. What do I want to stay tapped forever? He only has 1 warrior. I think it's this Mystic. And I am not going to take any chances with his Robber. I don't want him to play a warrior and then like play some removal and I can't block anymore. Because one relic from this robber is very bad news for me. I very strongly considered going for the robber, but the mystic is consistently powerful. Oh, there's another warrior, so you can swing now, and I will not be able to block with my Drake, presumably. But I would be able to kill off... I'd be able to take this trade here with the Blightblade. I see his auto tapper has favored his islands to be untapped, so I don't think he has any red removal. Although he might now. He just drew 2 cards. I don't know anything about it, what is in his hand. Relic Robber. Alright. What can't block? Alright. I'm guessing this is a... I'm guessing this is going to be a -4-0. Nope. Alright, he has given up on the Relic Robber. I'm happy to see that. That was pretty scary for me. I have 1 Diviner. I still need another for it to be good. But it can trade with the champion, I guess. I don't know if I will, though, if he swings all out. Probably should have just killed the Goma Fata Vanguard instead of the Relic Robber. I had the block for it. Oh, he takes a good card. So now I need my 6-mana Geyser Mage. That's not that, but it is big. If he wants to attack with Goma Fata to keep my Drake from attacking, yeah, I think this is not a bad draw. Oh, okay. Spark Mage, not Electromancer. Gross. Alright, we just lose, right? There is one way that we don't lose, I think, which is not that. So we can keep that down and not able to block anything, yeah. Disappointing, but we drew way too many lands and not enough spells. Our opponent did have removal. The Wool Mage's Domination is an incredible card. However, I don't like our opponent's deck. It wasn't defensive. In my experience, there are some very aggressive decks that would have just run over what he was doing. He was playing creatures and taking his time drawing cards. Most decks I've seen will kill your stuff. Seems okay. Not amazing, but okay. Shell Shield will keep some stuff alive. Broken Wings shuts down flying. I definitely should have, by the way, killed that Goma Fata Vanguard. That was a mistake on my part. I was too scared of Relic Robber. Which is a good card. Like, I needed to get rid of both of them, but... Nope. Our opponent is thinking very hard about their mulligan. Extremely hard about their mulligan. I'm sure it's fine. Our hand's not great. If they just play a ground guy, we're toast. But we could draw bubble snares and stuff, so we'll see. Or he's AFK. Didn't realize that he had queued. Looks like he's going to be keeping his hand. Alright, go Forest. And now we play the waiting game. Oh, he highlighted my Forest. He's here. Alright, well, we can kill his Merfolk Windrobber with the Broken Wings, but I suspect that that's not going to be the primary target. Does make me mill one. There goes the land. I didn't need that land. That's okay. Ironwood Colony. I am going to just bounce the colony. We don't really have anything to help survive that right now. No land. If we're lucky, he'll load up some sort of equipment or something on the Windrobber. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Yeah. There's not a lot of... There are not a lot of auras in this format. They're all stasis-style effects. Didn't really want that Nectar Pot anyways. He didn't play a card, so I'm gonna assume that he's got a counterspell up. Could be Anti-Cognition if he's doing a mill deck. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm not going to play this Diviner even though I really need to. Yeah. It's your go. I see your 2 mana. Your 2 blues and a green. Could be holding up a... Could be a Jwara Isle Jwara Isle as well. If it is, then we can go Expedition Diviner next turn with a mana open. Which is a good play anyways, because that gives us Shell Shield. Although it takes 2 to give it Hexproof. But if it's some sort of like fight deal... Mill one more. One of that Expedition Diviner. Alright, he goes for a Vastwood Surge. So now we can play a spell without being countered. I'm trying to decide if I should kill this Windrobber, and I think so. You can get a card from it pretty soon, and I don't want that. Now he gets to kick his Gnarlid Colony. Might just play a land and do the Null Mage, or Lull Mage Mastery. This is my Expedition Diviner now. Alright, so he's got his Counterspell mana up again. This is safe against most counterspells, because it's Anti-Cognition, I can pay the 2. Yeah, okay. That was a very good draw, I'm glad I got it. Now lands are A-okay. Now if he wants to play the Mastery card to take control, I've got that Shell Shield. What you gonna do? He's targeted my stuff. Zendikar. Okay. Very big. I don't like the hasty attacks here. I just take 8. Okay, I like this. I mean, it's not the worst. I don't like staring down these 2 4/4s. My plan is to use some Scoot Swarms and Diviners to block and kill his 4/4s, but it's a pretty fragile plan, and losing 2 Scoots is pretty bad. It sets me back quite a far ways in terms of multiplying these guys. Got my anti-cognition. Alright. Could do a Glacial Grasp right now, though. That would be regrettable. I have the hexproof for it, but I'd rather use it to save my creature. Okay, Slendy Visions. For anti-cognition. Alright, noted. I'm actually going to save my Shell Shields. If both of these die, I get 2 cards. So, that's fine. I can't play any creatures because basically I'm going to be in anti-cognition range momentarily. But lands will turn my Scoot Swarm around, so... Ooh, trample damage. I'm presuming I draw some lands here. We'll find out. Bubble Snare. I'll take it. And turn Timber Ascetic. Alright. So I've got the mana to play the Ascetic next turn. If he doesn't mill me. If he does mill me all of a sudden and then anti-cognition, then I'm in trouble. I'm gonna attempt it. Alright, he gets it. But he had to spend another card to do basically nothing. Oh, he gets a draw from it. I don't want him to draw. I'm going to get Hexproof and counter his spell. He gets to counter my Ascetic, unfortunately. Because I don't have the mana for anti-cognition now. But he doesn't get to scry off of it. And he's got 1 card besides his land there. Versus my 2 cards and the Scoot Swarm. So, the situation could be worse. I would have liked that life gain, but... It's okay. I was concerned that he was gonna do something like that. Oh, he gets the scry. Oh, he gets the scry anyways because it's just a hard counter. All right, I don't like the scry. Go ahead and attack. Might as well. I don't think there's flash in blue and green. He gets kicker cards back. All right, he gets a big creature. It's not good, but could be worse. Get some scoots. We will bubble snare to keep the pressure on. And next turn, Geyser Mage to bounce the Gnarlwood back to his hand, I believe. It's not a lot of pressure. Maybe I should have saved the bubble snare for the Gnarlid Colony. Okay, so when he goes to attack with a colony, I should be able to kill it by playing Chilling Trap. Relic Vial. You can sack a creature to draw a card, and he doesn't have clerics, so that's okay. Hopefully he goes to swing. He does not. He's going to play it slow. Which kind of works to our advantage here, because of this. At some point I will have more scoots than he can deal with. Surprised he didn't draw with the Marasa Sproutling there. Inscription of Insight. Okay, that's very good. I will have to, I think, wait until he lets his guard down in terms of... Well, he's never going to, because he's got a billion lands. How many do I have? 4, 9, so I have enough to pay the Jwari tax, if that's what's going on. Let's go for it. 2 creatures. I'll... Yep. Did we do it? Alright, we did it. God, that was close. That was a good play with the Glacial Grasp into Anti-Cognition. I was worried that that was going to be the case, that he had instant speed mill, but I wasn't sure if the stars were aligning that well for him. All right, we will pick this draft up again next episode. So we'll see you next time.